everybody, how are you? This is Mary Ellen coming to you from Moonrise Cottage Soul Tarot. Thanks so much for being here. I'm excited to get your reading out. I am still here in beautiful, I almost said Santa Fe, New Mexico. And I've been playing with as you may or may not know, YouTube is making an enormous amount of changes over the last number of months. A lot of creators are having a lot of difficulties. That includes me. They're changing their backroom streaming studio. Tried to use their settings today and I couldn't make it go. So if you were out there and you saw that and then suddenly I disappeared, that's why. It's funny because last time I did a video, it happened automatically. I was live and I didn't know it. So, my crazy Vita Loca as a non-tech person, I have no idea. So anyways, I just wanted to get the video out. If you would like to put your reservation through for the workshop that is happening on the 29th of November, the registration closes on the 23rd, so you just have a couple more days to put your reservation in. Please do that post-haste. If you have any questions, the links for me are below. You can schedule a reading. You can schedule your distance healing, all the things I offer, okay? So while we're doing this reading, all the things that readers say apply. We're talking about energy. So we're going to look at your heart and soul. And Capricorn, for you, we see that things are continuing to shift and change. Of course, we're going to put that right there, and we'll pick one for your partner in just a moment. So let's jump in. Look how beautiful that is, Capricorn. The combat of skill, that's a Five of Wands. There's conflict going on. And the conflict is about shift and change. So there are illusions. That's a sacred goddess of sovereignty. And she's in disguise. She holds love energy. She controls the water element. And so there's some conflict about love in your life, perhaps for many of you. It may be something within your family. It could be your job. As all readers say, could be anything. But there's something going on. And my guides are saying it may also be internal. So the shift and change, when love energy is applied to the situation, the disguise falls away and the goddess of sovereignty emerges. Here she's putting out this image of the sacred hag. And we see the new moon, so there's a new road coming forward. We're heading into the Sag new moon, and we're still, my guides just said reflected. We're still reflecting the energy of the Scorpio new moon. So from new moon to new moon, I think there's change going on. And Capricorn, we know what's going on with you because of the cosmos. So you are going to feel it and see it reflected in your life. It's been true for you all along since Pluto moved into your first house. So something's going to shift and change through this. My guides just said irritation or conflict. And so if you look at the cards, I will explain them, but we see it throughout the reading. So this is you. And good for you, Capricorn. Look at that. Courtship of knowledge. That's a Three of Pentacles. You're standing in the temple. And you are contacting the guides and the benefactors, the angels, offering something of yourself, your work on the situation, your dedication. You're offering to become a sacred intern, in a sense, initiate, if you will. So this is the approach my guides are advising that you take to whatever this challenge might be that you're having. Because if you take the sacred approach, things will be released, reformed, and repaired. So in your human life, it's interesting. That's the Eight of Cups. All right, the elopement of art, the elopement of love. So either you are taking your love and walking away, or your partner, or perhaps you are releasing yourself. This is about being stuck to the sacred bowl that's supposed to be full of treasure, and yet you find out, no, the treasure that I was looking for is not in there, and now I'm stuck to this. So it's about releasing yourself so you can re-enter the stream of life. And my guides are saying, do it with love, okay? Apply love to this conflict, whatever it is you're walking away from, and whatever it is you're walking toward, because clearly you're moving away from something because you have a desire in your heart, and you're going out on your adventure like I'm out on my adventure. Okay, the quest of knowledge, Ten of Pentacles. So there you are. Look at this. Okay? So this is your energy in the moment. This is, I think, what's in your heart and soul. This is what you're supposed to be doing. So if you've got this challenge going on, take heart. All right. My guides just said, warm yourself. And what they're talking about is be good to yourself. Understand you're following your path. And you want it all. And maybe the job or the situation in the family or the person that you're with, not quite the right person. And so be kind, be loving, be gentle, be honest always, and respectful, because it is love and respect that this woman, this beautiful goddess in disguise, requires of her suitors. And if you do not apply love and respect, you don't get access to the water, life energy, love energy, abundance, the sacred flow, all those things. So understand that there might be an illusion inside the situation that you're in. So if you feel like you need to go on a quest, maybe look carefully into the situation that you're in before you walk away, because there might be something in disguise. And if you look deeply into it, you may find the treasure that you're after. It's really interesting. There's a vessel, there's a vessel, there's a vessel. So look into the vessels if it's about a relationship, okay? Look closely. This actually is a Seven of Cups. And like my guides were just literally saying, it's about turning destiny by looking at all the options, raising the vibration to figure out what is it that's hidden in all the things that are happening. So we see this guy, he had to put on a cloak. His harp was stolen. He had to go get it back. He had to get his vibration back, literally. So you see that while you're walking away. That's the purpose, absolutely. And you might be able to do it together with your partner, but you got to look deep. You got to let go of the illusions. And maybe that is the conflict. So one way or the other, you're walking away from something, some aspect of yourself, from a partner, from the way you're doing the relationship, because you want it all, right? And we see your partner wants the same thing. We're going to get there. But look at this. A lot of intensity going on. So this person had to put a cloak on, go under the cloak of darkness, went at night to the place, the enemy encampment that stole the harp, because they knew that would do maximum damage to the tribe, and sing and chant, go inside, pray, meditate, and cause that instrument to vibrate, and it rose up through the air and floated back to him, and he put it under his arm, under his cloak, and he walked home. So that's an interesting progression to me. So even that thing about, walk home, I find it, my guides are saying, we find it necessary to say all of those words because there are many different situations going on out there. But at the crux, at the root of them, for those of you that are experiencing this, that's what the issue is. It's about dealing with illusions and doing the work, apply love to the situation so the illusion will fall away. And when the illusion falls away, and you see how these are kind of almost, aligned at the corners, when that illusion falls away, the goddess shows herself. And then love proceeds forward. So there's work to be done very clearly. This is your human experience that my guides are talking about. And then we circle back to here. This is what my guides call the bridge card, that ties together your human experience with what's going on the circuit of your soul. As a soul being, what are you trying to accomplish? By creating the situation for yourself. That is the Six of Swords. So it's about moving away. You have achieved mastery when you take this journey and you dedicate it in the way my guides have been speaking about within yourself and for your partner if it's about a partnership. You use the swords for a bit of protection while you move forward. And look, it's connected to this kind of movement. It's really interesting. There's something about your love energy that's shifting and changing and moving forward and moving on. And when you do this work, you will reach a new foundation. That's why in this deck, Celtic Wisdom, it's a foundation card. You've come through, and see the spirit guides are there watching you. You're really strong, and you've come through some kind of a battle, and now you use the energy of that to move forward. And do you see how it's aligned? Something. Send me some messages. I love hearing. And look, on a soul level, the courtship of battle, that's the Three of Swords. So you are transitioning deep on both a human level and on a soul cycle level into the experience of heartbreak as healing. That's why in this deck it's courtship. So whatever's going on, it can be a healing instrument in your life. In this little story, we see these two warriors were fighting, one male, one female. There's a little hut in the background. They actually live happily ever after, but they have to fight to the death. That was the intention. Okay, so it's because of the way the world is. I'm not saying fighting to the death. I'm using an allegory, okay? This woman was fighting this man. I think she was a princess, and she put her armor on because he in battle killed her intended. So her wounds caused her to fight with him, and they were well matched, and they fought and fought and fought and fought until she almost got washed away. In that moment, he realized, my God, that's an amazing woman. I don't want her. Wait a minute. And he ran over, threw his sword into the ground, and reached out. And she lifted her sword to him, and they came to balance. So again, on a soul level, you are Capricorn because of what's going on planetary. You're reflecting it. You're feeling it in your soul cycle. And it's reflected in your human life for some of you, for sure. So coming through heartbreak, understanding on a soul level, these heartbreaks that we create in this realm, the things that we fight about, it's an illusion that keeps us from loving. So you are literally working on that. And look what's right next to it. Look at that, another 5, okay? That's 5 of Swords. So definitely conflict going on in your life, in your love life, in, whatever way you're connected heart to heart. That's why it can be about your family or about your job or about your profession. So again, 2 soldiers locked in battle. There was a spell cast upon them. They didn't want to do it because they actually really loved each other. They were brothers in heart, So they would fight every day to the death. At night, one of them would tend to the wounds of the other, and in the morning they would start again. And that trickled down into the stream of life, that heart chakra wounding. They eventually were released from this. So there's something extremely significant going on. So if this applies to you and you resonate with this message, understand that this is deep, my guys just said, deep chakra healing, deep healing, and finishing a soul cycle. And Capricorn, because you are the warriors of the universe with Pluto in your sign, your activities literally affect humanity. So I don't want you to put a lot of burden on yourself, but I want you to understand that you are a reflection of the universe because you have Capricorn in your first sign, and we're coming into conjunction with Pluto. It's firing up. It's intensifying. Okay? So be kind to yourself, be kind to your significant other, be kind to your loved one, and maybe have some gentle chats about the words I just said into the relationship, the way he had to chant into the instrument to get the vibration to move so the instrument could come home. So there's quite a battle going on, and you're feeling a little bit defensive. That's the 7 of Wands. See that little mouse? Went on a great adventure, a battle adventure. There were some things that were happening. Some were caused by this little mouse and its tribe. There was, okay, my guys are talking about Gandhi now. They're talking about how the truth, each side, if you will, in a battle, in a contest, in a conflict, each partner in the conflict holds part of the truth. So you're trying to defend yourself. You're trying to stand firm in your position. Maybe you need to bend a little. Okay? Okay? Be a little sweet. And know that, look, 7 of Swords. So some of you are really in it. My guys just said you're in the mix. Some of you are really in the mix because the energy, the planets are moving. Mercury's in retrograde. Might be things that came up in the past, from the past. This is King Arthur and his cousin. They're playing a little strategy game. Okay, looks like chess. See how somebody's got a heart chakra wounding? They're saying some things that are hidden in the shadows. So we see the emotions in the sky above them. The cousin's cheating. Arthur keeps telling him to stop. He won't stop. Eventually, Arthur smashes his fist on the board, breaks it, and gets up and walks away. And they had little armies that were actually fighting because they're mystical beings in the background. So his army won the battle. So, you're trying to move away from this. So this is obviously about deceit and deception and sneaking off in the night And it's really interesting in light of all these cards. My guides are saying the best part about this is it's moving, it's about the process. And the way you do the process toward and into the resolution, when you either walk away from the dysfunction or you bring it into the full light of day, right? Maybe on the moon cycle when things get reversed. And look, we got that here for your partner. So we're going to jump into that in just a sec. So let the illusions fall away so that this can be resolved, okay? Because look, this issue, this moment, whatever it is, it's about you going into the sacred sweat lodge. Look at that, walking into the light for a soul rising. So, through conflict, through challenge, whatever it's about in your life, this is a very sacred moment. It's a sacred illusion to help you work together with your guides in order to free yourself from the shackles of these sort of spells, these illusions that are presenting themselves. This woman requires her suitors to see her, and she sits in her place and she just looks at them. She peers straight into them. I was just doing a personal reading the other day. This has been coming up a lot. So I actually haven't checked the minutiae, the details of the astrology. I would encourage you, based on this reading, to go look and look really deep, right? So her suitors come and stand in front of her and ask for the water. And she just looks at him like, uh-huh. And what is it that you have to offer me? Can you see me? Or do you see just that? So that's giving me a little bit of a chill. So let's talk, I'll tell you what. Oh, look, that's the room for conflict and constraint. Okay? Absolutely. There's something sacred about the moment that you're in. So I know bickering and fighting and challenge and push and pull and all that, it's hard. But take it straight into the sacred. Be the mystical shaman in your life. Go into the sweat lodge. Take this conflict, whatever it is, straight into the sacred. Take yourself in. Way in. Okay? To burst through the illusions. I can't wait to hear from you about this. So look for your beautiful partner. Fire. And the card for becoming. So there's great transformation going on. Obviously, within each of you and between each of you, and maybe because of the relationship. So, sometimes if this is about a relationship that's failing, quote unquote, it can be a massive success depending on how you deal with it. So maybe what you're walking away from is the dysfunction. It might not be from each other. It's fascinating to me. You might really, like Arthur did, be walking away from the dysfunction. And then something new can grow because it's about a soul rising and somebody becoming, both of you. So whatever is meant to burn off this relationship, it's literally happening and it's going to be hot. Okay? And try to enjoy it. Because look, for your lover, look at that, Wheel of Fortune turning. And passionate messages, Page of Wands. So yeah, passionate messages about this love bond. Someone wanting to bring it into the full light of the sun and find the abundance in this equation. Just see? And they are moving on too. So that's this card. You both have it. So I love it. And I love that this warrior who's on this new foundation is looking into the partner line. So this one is looking into you. Look at that. Okay. Some of you can really resolve it. And you can move closer into your love bond by coming straight through the Three of Swords to this place where you are released. And you let go your defenses and you walk away from the dysfunction. For some of you, your partner is going to be unable and you are going to walk away. But for many of you, you want to resolve it. So bring it into the full light of the sun with tenderness and love. Look, there's love there. And they want to move it forward, and it's looking at you because they feel it's destiny. So maybe your partner, if you're lucky, your partner's wise enough to know, oh, this is a sacred pairing. And of course, we're going to have conflict, and sometimes it's going to be hot. Okay? Look at this. Look, just my guides are talking about this. Do you see the indication of what that means? Ooh, baby. Take it to the sacred realm, okay? And when you come out the other side, it's going to be better than ever because you're going to have burned something off. So maybe your partner is bringing to you these conflicts because things need to change. Because Capricorn, you can be a little controlling and rigid, can't you? Sometimes. You need it because of your strength. You definitely do. But something is shifting and changing. And there we see you go, or pardon me, your partner going way inside to shine a light. It's really interesting that this is paired with the moon. So things are coming to the surface. Definitely your partner is challenging you. They are also challenging themselves because they love you and they want this to grow and shift and change. And it's interesting that it's here this way because, you know, I think Capricorn, you are you're right there. You're just looking at the situation, and what you really want is you want your person to apply love to you and to the situation. Her requirement for sharing the water is you have to kiss me. And 3 suitors ran off and wouldn't do it, or 3 applicants, my guides are saying. 1 person complied and with dignity gave her a kiss and gratitude. And of course the illusion fell away, and it's a fairy tale, right? So she's the most beautiful woman that ever existed. Those 2 got married, and the young man became the king. She's the sovereign, the sacred feminine goddess of sovereignty. And you just don't get access to her unless you show up. My guides just said on the straight and narrow. And what they mean is, you know, love and dignity and honesty and forthright and all that kind of stuff. That's why she's just peering at her partner, her potential partner. So very, very interesting. Let's get a rune for your partner. Let's see what, you know, becoming, birth by fire. You know that concept? That's what's going on here. Very interesting. Let's see what we've got. Okay, wow, check it out. Ooh, it's giving me a chill. Did you see that? Did you see that that's the mirror image? So it looks like 2 peas, if you will, 2 exact images joined at the middle. You and your mirror image, okay? It's amazing to me. Let's put these right together, okay? So you're staring into each other's dysfunction. That's what's going on, all right? Looks like we can't see it. Let's put it right here. And it is the constraints that hold the magic for resolution. Let me move this down a little bit. Because of the moment. So use the planetary aspects to find the joy spot. Okay? That's what myself and one of my quantum partners talk about. Are we in the joy spot? Or are we in the, you know, worry and negativity and whatever? Let's be in the joy spot. That is the rune for joy with its mirror image. So take heed from that when you address these constraints and these conflicts. Capricorn, have a wonderful week. It's a gorgeous moment. I hope that you can see the wisdom. Go, my guides are saying, into the wisdom place. All right, so the joy spot and the wisdom place. That's the advice for you. Capricorn, thanks so much for being here, and I'll look forward to being with you next week. Have a wonderful week. Go straight into the illusion and allow it to fall away, and something beautiful is going to happen. Okay, Cappies? Hugs and kisses. Click the like button for me. And I am still taking donations for my spiritual walkabout. And I just want to send everybody my love and acknowledgement for your support. Well, my guys are chattering in the background talking about while we walk together through this walk. All right. Thanks, gang. Talk to you soon.